Sammy was a curious boy. He loved to explore. One sunny afternoon, Sammy was playing in his backyard. He saw a bright light behind the old oak tree. It sparkled with many colors. Sammy was curious. He slowly walked towards the light. Sammy peeked behind the tree. He gasped. The light led to a beautiful garden. Sammy had never seen so many colors. He felt excited and happy. He couldn't wait to explore this magical place. Sammy took a deep breath and stepped into the garden. The garden was amazing, a true paradise on earth. Flowers of every color bloomed around Sammy, creating a vibrant tapestry of nature's finest hues. Red roses stood tall and proud, their petals like velvet, exuding a sweet fragrance that filled the air. Yellow sunflowers smiled down at him, their bright faces following the sun's path across the sky. Bluebells swayed gently in the breeze, their delicate bells chiming softly as if whispering secrets of the garden. Butterflies fluttered from flower to flower, their delicate wings creating a mesmerizing dance in the air. Their wings shimmered like rainbows, catching the sunlight and reflecting a spectrum of colors. Sammy felt like he was in a dream, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the garden. Suddenly, Sammy heard a tiny voice, almost like a whisper carried by the wind.
Welcome to our garden, a place where magic and nature intertwine.
Sammy looked around, his eyes wide with wonder, taking in every detail of the enchanting surroundings. He saw a beautiful butterfly resting on a flower, its wings gently moving as if it were breathing. It had wings of emerald green and ruby red, a stunning combination that seemed almost unreal. Sammy? Hello, who are you? He asked, his voice filled with curiosity and excitement.
I am Bella, the guardian of this magical garden, she replied with a warm smile. Come, I will tell you about our garden, Bella said, inviting Sammy to explore and discover the wonders that lay hidden within. Bella the butterfly fluttered her colorful wings. This garden is a special place, she said. Each flower has a story to tell.
Sammy's eyes widened in wonder. He loved stories. Sammy, really, will you tell me the stories?
Bella smiled. Of course, she said, follow me.
Bella led Sammy deeper into the garden. They stopped in front of a beautiful red rose. Its petals were soft and velvety. Sammy leaned in to smell its sweet fragrance.
This is Rosie, Bella said. She has a story about love.
Rosie the red rose swayed gently in the breeze. She had a warm smile on her face. Love is a wonderful feeling, Rosie whispered. It makes you feel warm and happy inside.
Sammy listened closely. He wanted to know all about love.
When you love someone, Rosie continued, you want to be kind to them. You want to make them happy.
Sammy thought about his parents and his friends. He loved them very much. He knew what Rosie meant. Love was a beautiful thing. Next, Bella took Sammy to meet Sunny the sunflower. Sunny stood tall and proud in the garden. His yellow petals seemed to glow with happiness. Sammy felt happy just looking at him.
Sunny loves to sing.
Sunny began to sing a cheerful song. It was all about the joy of sunshine and laughter. Sammy couldn't help but smile. Sunny's song filled him with so much happiness. He wanted to sing and dance along.
Now it's my turn,
A cheerful voice called out. Sammy and Bella turned around. They saw Bluey the bluebell dancing in the breeze. Bluey's petals were a beautiful shade of blue. They reminded Sammy of the clear summer sky. Bluey twirled and swayed, her bell-shaped flowers tinkling softly.
Happiness is all around us. We just have to open our hearts to it.
Sammy watched Bluey dance. He felt a sense of peace and happiness wash over him. Suddenly, Sammy heard a gentle voice above him.
Well, hello there, little one.
Sammy looked up. Perched on a branch overhead was a wise old owl. He had big, round eyes and soft, feathery wings.
Hello, who are you?
My name is Oliver. I'm the keeper of this garden.
Oliver looked at Sammy with kind eyes.
Each flower here has a lesson to teach. Have you learned anything today? Section 8, The Colours of Life. Sammy thought about the stories he had heard. Each story was like a thread in the tapestry of his life, woven with vibrant colours and rich emotions. He thought about Rosie's love, Sunny's joy, and Bluey's happiness. Each of these friends had taught him something unique, something that added a new hue to his understanding of the world.
I have learned that colors can teach us important lessons, Sammy said. They are not just for painting pictures or decorating spaces, they are symbols of the experiences and emotions that shape our lives.
Oliver nodded slowly. He had always believed in the wisdom of nature and the lessons it could impart. That is wise, he said. Red teaches us courage, yellow teaches us happiness, blue teaches us calmness. Each color has its own story, its own lesson to teach. And green teaches us to keep growing. It reminds us that life is a journey of continuous learning and development.
Sammy looked around the garden. The colors seemed to dance in the sunlight, each one more vivid and meaningful than before. He saw the colors in a whole new light. They were no longer just colors. They were lessons, memories, and dreams all rolled into one. He understood that each color had a special meaning. Red was not just red. It was the bravery he needed to face his fears. Yellow was the joy that brightened his days. Blue was the calm that soothed his worries, and he knew that he could learn from them all. Each color, each lesson, was a gift from the world around him, a reminder that life was beautiful and full of meaning.
Section 9. Crossing the Rainbow Bridge. Oliver pointed his wing towards a shimmering bridge. It arched over a sparkling stream. The bridge glowed with all the colors of the rainbow. "This is the Rainbow Bridge," Oliver said. "It will lead you back home."
Sammy hesitated. He didn't want to leave the garden, but he knew it was time to go. He took a deep breath and stepped onto the bridge. As he walked, he thought about all the wonderful things he had learned. Section 10. A Garden of Memories. As Sammy reached the end of the bridge, he turned back to wave goodbye. The bridge had been a path to a world filled with wonder and discovery, a place where every step had been a new adventure. The garden shimmered in the sunlight, its vibrant colors dancing in the gentle breeze. Each flower seemed to whisper secrets of the past, stories of growth, resilience, and beauty. Sammy knew he would never forget this magical place. It was more than just a garden. It was a sanctuary of memories, a living tapestry of moments that had shaped him. He would always remember the lessons he had learned from the flowers. Each petal, each leaf had taught him something valuable. Sammy smiled, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for the wisdom the garden had imparted. He knew he could take the lessons of the garden with him wherever he went. The courage to face challenges, the joy in simple moments, the peace in stillness, and the constant growth. These were the gifts the garden had given him. He could be courageous like the red rose, standing tall and proud even in the face of adversity. The red rose reminded him that true strength comes from within. He could be joyful like the yellow sunflower, always turning towards the light, finding happiness in the warmth of the sun. The sunflower taught him to seek positivity and spread joy. He could find peace and calmness like the bluebell, swaying gently in the breeze, a symbol of tranquility and serenity. The bluebell showed him the importance of inner peace, and he could always keep growing, just like the plants in the garden. No matter where life took him, he knew he could flourish and thrive, continuously reaching for the sky, just as the plants did. As he picked a flower to take with him, Sammy felt a connection to the earth, a bond with nature that would stay with him forever. This garden was a part of him now, a cherished memory that would guide him through life. With a final glance back, Sammy walked away, the flower in his hand a symbol of the garden's enduring presence in his heart. He knew that no matter where he went, the lessons and memories of this magical place would always be with him. The sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the garden. It was a perfect ending to a perfect day, a reminder that every ending is just a new beginning. Sammy felt a sense of peace, knowing that the garden would always be there, a timeless sanctuary of memories and lessons. As the garden settled into the calm of dusk, Sammy's heart was full. He had found a place of magic and wonder, a garden of memories that would stay with him forever. And with that, he stepped into the future, carrying the garden's wisdom and beauty with him always. And Section 11, Time to Go Home. Sammy took one last look at the beautiful garden. Then he turned and ran towards home. He couldn't wait to tell his parents all about his adventure. He knew they would love to hear about Rosie, Sunny, Bluey, and Oliver. Sammy ran through the backyard, his heart filled with joy. He knew he would never forget his magical journey to the Garden of Colors, and he knew that the lessons he had learned would stay with him always.